Hello, friends. I hope you guys liked the previous video, which I shared from my heart. We were discussing about why human body is important for the evolution, why human body is given, and how to use it wisely so that we evolve. Because that's one of the main reason we are here. In spite of taking care of our family, in spite of taking care of people around us, it's highly important that we take care of ourselves better, our mind, our emotions, so that we are aware about whatever happening within us and around us. Only this rich awareness can spread light in our being. So today I'm going to talk about what all the barriers basically which disrupts the mind, which activates the mind, which makes the mind superactive or hyperactive so that it's losing its peace. So we're going to look into each and every aspect which affects our mind. So today I'm going to look into one of the topic which is relationship. Okay, how relationship can be a problem in realizing one's own self or one's own true nature. Relationship is not a problem. How do we relate with ourselves and people around us is a problem. If you don't know how to handle it, it is not a problem. If you don't know how to handle it, it becomes a problem. For example, you have a wife or husband, your extended family members or colleagues. Where I have kept these people in my life? Am I expressing real love and compassion towards them, or I am wearing a mask for every person who is in front of me, or to save my family, or to save my official relationship or the social relationship? Am I putting a mask for each and every person whom I meet, or am I being genuine with my own self, like what I want, what I don't want, setting up priorities in my life, and having compassion as a core of my being so that it radiates in each and every aspect of my relationship. So these questions has to be answered. If one can find answer for all this, then the relationship can grow to the next level. Okay, so coming back to the point, it is not about how we relate with other people, it is also what other people, how they relate with us. That's very important. See, for example, I spread kindness and love to other people, but what happens if it is not, if I'm not getting it back, or people around me are fake? So how do I approach this situation? It's very simple. It is not, love is not a business. I'm talking about unconditional love, what God gives for us. He doesn't have any expectation for us, for all of us. Uh, he's just there, operating the entire cosmos, the most powerful being, the most powerful source of the entire cosmos. Doesn't expect anything from us. It's completely full of compassion. It is detached. At the same time, it is associated with everything, every being. It is nothing. Shunya. In Sanskrit, we call it as Shunya. It is nothing. And that's everything. It is there in the plants, it's there in the animals, it's there in the sky, it's there in the water, it's there in you, it's there in me, everywhere. Only God is there. You call it as God or self, or call it Allah, Buddha, or Lord Shiva, or Jesus Christ, name doesn't matter. It's beyond all the identities. So if one knows how to connect with that higher self, which is my own self, because there is no two, there is no two, there is no you and there is no God. Like Adi Shankara says, there is only one. Realized souls know there is only one, and it is operating on all of us. So if I understand the relationship with myself and God, and if I get the qualities of God, what is the qualities of God? We think God is not having qualities. Yeah, it's mystical, but He's completely love. He's completely love, compassion. He's everything. He's. We cannot put a God into one particular aspect. He is nature. He is the wind. He is every species in this earth. So if one is able to connect with the higher self by meditating, by introspecting on their thoughts, emotions, if this relationship is pure, if one can know how to connect with the higher self, out of this intuition and understanding, I will be able to understand my own self better. What I'm here for, what I need to do here, what is my soul lesson, okay, what is my wife's, what is my husband's, what are my parents, what are my extended family, my brothers, sisters, siblings, my friends, why do they come in my life, where do they go. So it all reveals to you once you have a deeper understanding about your own self. It is not analyzing, it's understanding and sensing God in you. In that calm mind, I will be able to understand myself better, and I'll be able to relate with people around me and my own self in a much better, a calmer, and a lovable way. As I was telling, God has many qualities. He is everything. We cannot say what He is not having. But one aspect is very powerful, is compassion. God doesn't expect anything from you. He doesn't even expect you to change according to Him. No, He has given us the sixth sense for us to use, which is not available for any other species in this dimension. Use it wisely and sense Him within us and expand our consciousness and relate with all the beings, which extends beyond all this dimension, earth dimension. Only then you live. Then you understand the real meaning of life. Otherwise, we just exist here as a vegetable. Uh, we don't know what my wife want, what my husband want, what my child want. We don't give the freedom for them. We don't give the space for them. We always exploit. We try to uh, dominate out of ego. Because everyone is self-centered activity breeds confusion. Because with hidden expectation, we call it as love. How can a love with expectation can be called as love? God has given this life for us without any expectations. He has given this life for us to transcend and sense Him in our body, in our soul, which is Him. That is the primary reason of human body. If that is taken care, then everything around us is taken care. If that is 100% surrendering and faith, then everything around all of us is taken care. When there is doubt, when there is confusion, when there is chaos within the mind, when there is selfish activities, self-centered activities, all these brings more problem. So people can ask, how can I function in this world without being self-centered? Using your ego is it's like you should know how to use your ego. See, without ego, you can't be centered. Without center, you cannot communicate. See, for example, I'm talking with you, I'm getting this information, and I'm analyzing, synthesizing, my mind is processing this, and I'm talking with you. So, for this, I need a center. But there are times I don't need the center, right? The center thinks, this ego thinks everything around me is real. The relationship, the job, the name, the body, the mind, everything, we are attached with everything. This attachment things, we are failing to see this attachment. So we are putting up in this ego in ourselves, about the relationship, about the job we are in, about how we relate with everyone, how we identify with our body, emotions, and thoughts. So if one can detach from all these areas and understand how it function without throwing them away, by right kind of understanding, we resonate with the higher self. Only then we know only then we know how to relate with the higher self, and that relationship will blossom all the relationship first within us and around us. Thank you so much, souls and friends. We'll discuss further in the next video. And I thank my gurus, Divine Father, Divine Mother, and all my gurus and Light Lord for making their presence in my life. And anybody have any kind of queries, if you guys were going through some tough times in your life, you want to know yourself better, I've given my email address in the description. Please write to me. We'll discuss. We will discuss your issues. Let me see how those things can be sorted out or healed. Please write to me if you feel like. Thank you. Shiva.